Hey, it's Dave.
And Joshua from We Came as Romans.
And you're watching PITCAM.tv.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good.
I'm doing well as well.
So you're at Wilberforce, like our big metal festival of Germany. What are your expectations?
Germany's always awesome to us, so I mean, I have high expectations today. I think it'll be awesome. And it's the last show of this tour that we've been doing, so hopefully Germany can send us off with a good show. I think they can.
Yeah. It seems like you have quite a big fan base over here, huh?
Yeah, we just did a signing. There were tons of kids there. Actually, a lot more than I expected. Germany's always been a great market for us, and Europe always been the biggest shows of our tour. And for having a signing as large as we just did, I'm really, really looking forward to tonight.
Any bands you're wanting to see while you're here?
Yeah, definitely, but we're just like kind of busy today with press and signings. We have to pack up all of our suitcases and clean the bus, so if there's time, I'd like to see some bands, but we'll see.
So Tracing Back Roots was released like almost exactly a year ago. What's this year been like to you guys?
It's been awesome. It's been crazy, actually, like way better than we expected.
Yeah, I mean, releasing a record like Tracing Back Roots, that's so different from our first two records. It's kind of scary, but our fans like this record more, it seems like more than anything we've ever released, and the reception to it's been awesome. So it's been a good year.
So how's the reception been from the old fan base? It's been good as well?
Yeah, it seems like most of them still like the new stuff, and you know, we still kept like a few heavier songs, but you know, the majority of the record is overall just a lot more melodic. Yeah. And I think that brought in a lot of new listeners, and it's been a really good year on that record.
So it's opened up new doors to you, you would say?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've been doing, you know, press with different people that we never have. Like we're kind of breaking into we're trying to break into the radio world and stuff, and that's something that never happened before, so it's pretty exciting.
Yeah. How about the tours this year?
Tour's been awesome. It was really kind of like an anxious period for us going into touring on Tracing Back Roots, because like Dave said, it is like a newer step for us. Yeah. And so in every place around the world, not just the States, we're trying to see you know, how the fans are going to respond to it. And so we've been to Europe, we've been to Australia, we're about to go to Japan at the end of the summer. And so going into it, we were really anxious, but after being you know, pretty much everywhere in the world this year, it's been awesome. It's been really, really good, and just the reception worldwide has been crazy. To think that our fans want to support, you know, the growth of our band and kind of the direction that we want to go.
Like you mentioned, you changed up the sound a little bit on this one, with you doing more like actual singing. What's that been like for you?
I've always been a singer, and then the band asked me to scream in the band, so I went to that. But you know, learning how to do both was what was difficult for me, you know, and not lose my voice doing one or the other. Yeah. So it's been a challenge, but I was really excited about it. It's made doing vocals for me much more like exciting. You know, it's a new challenge, and I had to work for quite some time to be able to do it live, and pretty confident with it now. It's been really fun. Do
you feel more exhausted after doing a live show, having to, you know, do both voices?
Initially, like a year ago, or almost a year ago when we first started touring on this record, yeah, it was really it was much more exhausting to me. I had to really, really take care of myself, make sure I got a certain amount of sleep, like drink a ton of tea, ton of water, and like I still do that now, but it's, you know, different. Like sleep doesn't affect me as much anymore. Different weather conditions don't affect me as much anymore. My voice has got much more strong in the last year, and I'm really excited about it. Feels good.
You see with a lot of singers that do both voices, like the screaming and the clean vocals on stage, that they somehow don't manage to do both. You know, it's like their screaming is like sort of tearing down the vocal cords, so they can't really. Did you experience anything like that?
Not really. I just kind of had to kind of change my screaming technique on this record. Like if you listen to the way I scream on this record, it's a little more pitchy rather than just like it being a sound. Yeah. And that really helps like conserve my voice. I try to like scream now to like a note instead of just making noise, and that helps conserve my voice now. And so I had to change up things a little bit, but I think now I have better volume control and everything's just much better. And if anything, my vocals are more powerful now, actually, which is cool. It just took some time and some figuring out, and you know, trial and error.
Cool. What made you decide to go in this direction with the music?
We just all wanted to do it, you know, as we grow up. I mean, Dave and I started this band when I was like 16 or 15, and you were 16 as well. It's like as we grow up and we become, you know, I guess the men that we are now, our musical tastes, they change. And so as that changed what we listen to, we kind of change what we want to play as well. We change what we enjoy playing. And I mean, like Dave said, it's nothing too drastic. On the CD, there's still these heavy songs. There's still these songs that, you know, anyone could listen to and be like, oh yeah, that's definitely We Came as Romans. But, you know, it's little steps towards a more melodic, I guess, active rock sound that we just liked. We just wanted to go for it. This band has always been about play what music we really like, and if other people really like it, that's cool. But, you know, we got to make ourselves happy first, because if we're not happy playing music on stage, like, how can we expect anyone else to enjoy what we're doing?
Yeah. Are you at a stage now where you're more in control of the sound and the music that you want to do, or have you always been in control? Have you always decided what you wanted to do as far as the sound and music goes?
Yeah, we've always pretty much been in control. We've never really had anybody telling us, hey, you have to do this. We get suggestions from people that work for us, obviously, and usually we're on the same page. Yeah. But, I mean, if we really wanted to, we could be like, nah, we're going to do what we want to do. And that's how it's always kind of been.
Yeah, I think now we just have a better idea of what we want to do. Instead of trying to test out all these different waters of, you know, subgenres of heavy music and stuff. I think now being older, you know, it's almost nine years later from when we started the band. I think being older, like, we kind of get it. Like, we don't have to fiddle around with a bunch of stuff to come up with this sound that we really like. We just kind of know what we want to do, and we just do it.
This scene is really saturated with similar bands. Do you ever consciously think about what you need to do in order to stand out from the other bands, or?
Yeah, that's like the everyday struggle. You know, there's so many bands nowadays, and it is really hard to, you know, decipher your band. And we try to do everything really genuinely too. We try to stay away from a lot of gimmicks and publicity stunts and things like that. We just try to get people's attention from, you know, putting on good shows, touring a lot, and just, you know, releasing, you know, the best music we can.
What places have made the strongest impression on you guys in the world?
We had a really, really crazy show last night in Czech Republic, and it was the most random festival. We were the only band, I think, that actually like screams and was like metal. Like, it was all like EDM bands, indie rock. Like, with the biggest band that was playing main stage is called Madness. It's like a British. Yeah, and it's like,
it's a really old band.
Yeah, and then there's us, and so we were like, this is going to be a really weird show. But we went up there, and it was like the craziest crowd. Like, it was absolutely insane. I mean, last night was a lot of fun.
So they did know you?
I still don't think they knew us. I think it was like,
by the end of the show, maybe they knew us.
Yeah, but
definitely not at the start.
Yeah, and it was cool to play in front of so many people that have never heard of us and have them just go absolutely insane. Like, it was cool to kind of win a crowd over, you know. But I mean, I think overall, like, we really like playing Germany. We always have a great response here. Obviously America, because we've been touring there for so long. Yeah. And I think personally, we all just really like going to Australia just because it's beautiful.
Yeah. All the American bands say. Is it something about the language that is like nice and you can speak your own language?
Yeah, it's nice, and like the people there are just incredible. They're so kind and friendly, and they like really want to hang out. And I don't know, they're cool. I like it down there, and it's just beautiful. You know, a lot really pretty beaches and
So traveling as much as you have at such a young age, do you feel like it's sort of helped shaping you, you know, into the people that you are today?
Yeah, I mean, I can say that we've all like changed a lot of our values and like beliefs and things over the years. I mean, when you travel and you meet so many different people and you see so many different cultures, you know, really kind of opens your eyes. I think people should travel a lot more than they do, because, you know, it really puts a lot of things into perspective. And so, yeah, I mean, it's definitely had an impact on like who I am today, and I think who all of us are.
What are the places where you feel the most out of place, where you feel the most homesick?
The most
culture clash.
The place was definitely when we were in the Philippines. And it was so cool because we have a really big fan base there. Like, we did a mall appearance there, which was insane. But it's like, you know, and then we're driving back to the hotel, and it's really sad because we're driving through a third world country, and we're driving through cement shacks with piece of sheet metal as the roof. And I'm like, this is what someone's going home to, and here I am, like, you know, complaining that my hotel bed is too hard. You know, like, and like Dave and I were saying, it puts everything in perspective.
Anything you want to?
No, that's amen.
Okay. So what's up next for you guys? Going home?
Yeah, we get to go home. We haven't been home in the summer, literally in like 6 years, 7 years. It'll be crazy. And I'm excited because I get to be home for my best friend's birthday for the first time in 7 years, first time for my dad's in 6 years. So that'll be really cool. And
you better get them some really good presents.
yeah. And you know, Michigan, where we live, is so beautiful in the summer. I'm so excited to be there. And yeah, we're gonna be doing some writing during that time, and that'll be a first for us as well. We've always just had to write on the road, and we've always stayed so busy. So it's gonna be really nice to actually settle down and like write in a, you know, in an environment that like we can call home. And I think all of our writing's gonna come out really cool from it.
Yep, and then we go to Japan with Crossfaith. And
First time, or?
That's our second time. Dave loves Japan. Yeah.
I love it.
We've been there once, and it was amazing the first time, and we've been like itching to go back ever since. And it's been 2 years, I think, right? 2 years, yeah. And by that point, it'll be like 2.5 years. And so we're all really looking forward to that. I love playing in Japan.
With Crossfaith, that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Just everyone in Japan is so awesome and respectful and nice, and I feel like that's like a country where, at least for us, when we go there, there's like no like bad feelings or bad energy ever. It's just like everyone's at the top of the scale all the time. Everyone's morale is just boosted, and it's just awesome to be there.
It's one of my favorite countries, just because it's so different. You know, it's like America was settled by, you know, Europeans, so a lot of things we do are similar. But when you go into that culture, it is completely different than anything we've ever experienced, and it's so cool. And sushi. Love sushi.
I can tell you're excited.
I love sushi so much. I eat my weight in sushi when we go there.
So what can we expect as far as the writing goes? Do you have any thoughts on that at all, or is just gonna start writing and see what happens?
We're just gonna write. We have like an idea of where we want to go with everything, but it's one of those things where it's like it's our little secret for now. You know, when the time is right, we'll let everyone know what we've been cooking up. But for now, you know, we're gonna try a bunch of stuff. We're gonna figure out what we really want to do, and we're gonna move forward with it and just make it the best that we possibly can as a band.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
We usually kind of let the fans feel out what the singles are going to be instead of us. Now, like, we used to be like, oh, this is one's going to be it.
This one's a single,
and then,
right?
like,
There's a single.
And then, you know, we get proved wrong by, you know, the actual live show. That's the real test.